If you are hoping to get your hands on the Caitlin Clark version of Nike's Kobe Bryant sneaker, you're out of luck. They are out of stock. The WNBA star teamed up with Nike for a player edition of the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, decked out in Indiana Fever colors. You see them on your screen. They dropped at 10 a.m. Monday, and they sold out before 11 a.m. In fact, in just minutes. The $190 kicks are already showing up on the secondary market at close to double the retail price.
Pause what you're doing. Nike has just made a huge splash in women's sports, and the financial ripple is already being felt across the industry. Caitlin Clark now has her own signature logo, and the early sales figures are nothing short of astonishing.
And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like
after months of anticipation, Nike finally revealed what could be the most talked about logo in women's basketball history. When Caitlin Clark unveiled the interlocking C's with a subtle third C tucked inside, it wasn't just a logo drop. Nike unleashed a financial powerhouse that's already reshaping the landscape of women's sports.
I think it's growing on me. I do. I think I like it. I went to order a T-shirt and I can't get one. We're on that pre-order action, I guess. Comparison. This is the logo, the two CCs intertwined together. Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart.
The logo's design is sleek, elegant, and instantly memorable. The two interlocking C's represent her powerful connection with fans worldwide, while the smaller hidden C reflects how her game was developed from the inside out, a symbol of her dedication, relentless work ethic, and pursuit of perfection.
Double C on my jacket like Caitlin Clark, Flau'jae Johnson called it with her reference to CC in her song, because finally Nike has unveiled the signature CC logo, which features two C's. Caitlin Clark, of course, her name. I've joked about this situation for a while when people wonder what was going on with Nike, and I just can't imagine they would sign her to the deal that they did and then not eventually have some big product on the way. And of course, she is part of the partnership as well. Perhaps she could have been promoted more in the meantime, but regardless, she's so popular, all you got to do is drop a link.
Nike and Caitlin Clark meticulously crafted every detail, collaborating to produce a logo that reflects her precision, strength, and her ability to inspire the next generation. And the reaction? Absolutely staggering. The market response was immediate and explosive.
It looked like Caitlin Clark just gifted her entire team her signature merch, but it wasn't just the team. Every fan that shows up to Gamebridge tonight will get the first release of Caitlin Clark's signature merchandise from Nike. Caitlin Clark is simply the talk of the internet today. Her and Taylor Swift broke the damn internet. Yes, bro. And for all the people that was hitting me up about Caitlin Clark's signature logo, somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands.
If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to subscribe. Now, let's break down what happened when this logo dropped. Nike stock, already on the rise, got a huge lift as investors recognized the enormous potential. Shares jumped 3% the day after Caitlin Clark's logo reveal, extending their post-earnings rally and bringing total gains to 17% since exceeding quarterly expectations.
It says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on the court. Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional 1C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet. But you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out lickety-split.
And this is just the beginning. Experts in the industry are projecting that when Caitlin Clark's signature shoe launches in 2026, it could bring in an astonishing $100 to $150 million for Nike. Sneaker insider Nick DePaula even said, "When Caitlin's shoe drops, it has the potential to be a $100 million business." It could rank among the top 5 signature franchises, not just in the WNBA, but across basketball. Some forecasts go even higher, with estimates reaching $150 million, potentially making Clark's line one of the most successful basketball shoe franchises in recent memory.
And all it took was for her to take to social media to make this announcement, for everybody to go into a frenzy, and for, I think, the vibes to pick up just a little bit. It's that genuine love the fans have for Caitlin Clark. And the logo, pretty dope. Pretty dope, if I do say so myself. You see it right there. That's the look at it from the truck. They're going to be having to back up Brinks trucks to deal with all the orders that are coming for that sucker. But Caitlin Clark makes the announcement, says that the signature line is on the way in 2026.
Here's what many critics fail to acknowledge. Caitlin Clark isn't just selling merchandise. She's reshaping entire market segments. In 2024, she accounted for 26.5% of all WNBA-related economic activity, and in 2025, she's positioned to drive nearly $1 billion in economic impact for the league. Her influence on Nike alone has been staggering. Remember the Kobe V Pro shoes in Indiana Fever colors? They sold out within minutes, with resale prices averaging $375 and some pairs reaching as high as $800. This isn't ordinary athlete demand. This is superstar, cultural icon-level impact. Jersey sales are just as remarkable. Clark's Indiana Fever jersey was the second best-selling basketball jersey across both the NBA and WNBA in 2024, trailing only Stephen Curry. Her jersey sales skyrocketed 1,193% that year, and she's continued to hold the top spot for WNBA merchandise throughout 2025.
Caitlin Clark's new Kobe Bryant 5 sneaker sells out online in minutes. There hasn't been this much calamity over a white woman's shoe since Cinderella and the glass slipper.
And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
What Nike recognized early on is that they weren't just signing a basketball player. They were investing in a cultural phenomenon. Analysts at Jefferies called Nike's strategy a bold bet on women's sports, tapping into one of the fastest growing segments in the industry. The timing couldn't be better. Globally, women's sports are projected to generate $2.35 billion in 2025, a 25% increase from 2024, with basketball expected to surpass soccer as the highest-earning women's sport. Women's basketball alone is forecasted to top $1 billion this year, largely fueled by stars like Caitlin Clark, who drive ticket sales, merchandise, and investment. Nike's women's training apparel had already shown solid single-digit growth in recent quarters, even before Clark's logo launched. The company's investment in WNBA stars like Clark, Aya Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu is already paying off, with Wilson's signature shoe selling out online in under 5 minutes.
The hardest logo, man, right now, currently, man. This is so dope, man. Oh, Nike, y'all did a good job with this, man. This is so clean. Go on her shoes, for shirts. Oh, man, that's going to be so raw. Clark with the hardest logo in the game right now, man. That shit is super clean. I love it. I love it. It's super dope, man. Hey, Clark, just when they want to be dropping they stuff, you know you got something in the works, man, and you gonna drop it. It's gonna be way harder than everybody else's shit, man. The new God Caitlin Clark logo, man. Super sick.
Here's where it gets really exciting. Caitlin Clark's signature shoe, set to launch in spring 2026, isn't just another basketball sneaker. It's shaping up to be a cultural moment. Nike has taken a careful, 2-year development approach to make sure everything is perfect, and anticipation is already reaching unprecedented levels. Sneaker insider Nick DePaula noted that Nike could have rushed the release, perhaps in time for the NBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis, but they deliberately chose the long game strategy. They want this launch to be flawless. Once it hits the market, Clark's shoe is expected to join an elite group of signature basketball lines. Only 12 women in WNBA history have ever received a signature sneaker in the league's 28-year history, compared with more than 22 current NBA players with their own shoes. Clark will become the third active WNBA player with a Nike signature sneaker, joining Aya Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu.
And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this, this has never been done. Never been done. A sport brand turn luxury brand, and it's affordable. Affordable. See, that's the whole thing. It's a luxury brand that's affordable and it's fashionable at the same damn time. And if this is how the ladies stuff look, I'm desperately seeking how the men stuff look.
The merchandising potential is massive. Caitlin Clark's logo collection, launching October 1st, will feature t-shirts, hoodies, shorts, and pants for all ages, along with premium adult pieces. A navy and yellow logo shirt drops even earlier on September 1st, and based on past trends, it's expected to sell out immediately. WNBA merchandise sales have skyrocketed, rising 500% league-wide since the start of the 2024 season, with player-specific items jumping 1,000%. Clark has been a major driver of these numbers, ranking among the top 20 athletes in sales across all sports and 6th among basketball players, including NBA stars. Her influence doesn't stop with her own products. Fanatics reported a 500% surge in overall WNBA merchandise sales in 2024 compared to 2023, while Dick's Sporting Goods saw a 233% increase in WNBA-related sales. Caitlin Clark's rising star is clearly lifting everyone in the league.
To me, this is more than just a logo. It's a dream come true. People always talk about leaving your mark on the game, and this is another way I can do that. That Nike shoe is going to sell. If you had Nike stock and you were worried about it, this is the event to alleviate some of that stress. This is the moment to rejoice. And there you have it, Caitlin Clark fans and everybody who's been sitting on pins and needles about all this. It is finally on the way. The logo has been revealed. Soon enough, we will get the shoe.
Caitlin Clark's influence on Nike perfectly aligns with the WNBA's broader media revolution, creating a unique moment where a single star's power directly drives the growth of the entire league. The timing couldn't be better. The WNBA is entering the first year of an unprecedented 11-year media rights deal valued at roughly $2.2 billion, a contract projected to triple the league's current revenues and transform the economics of women's professional basketball. This deal signals that networks recognize the sport's rising commercial potential. At the center of this surge is Clark. Major broadcasters like NBC, ESPN, ABC, CBS, and emerging digital platforms are all vying for Clark-related content. She's become one of the rare athletes who is not only a star on the court but also a ratings magnet, turning regular season games into nationally anticipated events. On average, Clark's games draw 1.09 million viewers, compared to 414,000 for contests without her, a nearly threefold increase. This demonstrates her ability to attract casual fans, first-time viewers and long-time supporters alike. In effect, Clark creates a gravitational pull that elevates not only her own team, but the league's overall visibility and market value.
I hope they really decide to personalize a lot of these items that they're going to be dropping. Like, I want storytelling to come back to sneakers and clothes. Like, I just want y'all to tell a story again, Nike. Like really bring that back. The reason why I love Jordan's Bread 11 is because everything that comes with the story that comes along with it. Like, he likes wearing suits. He wanted something that can be on and off the court. You know, the toe boxes because he likes to drag his feet. The lace lock on some of his shoes. It's like he just didn't feel like tying his sneakers and stuff like that. Like, obviously, it's going to be up to Caitlin Clark to create some viral moments in her shoe in order to bring light to what the shoe is, but just bring storytelling back to sneakers.
Clark's impact became even more evident when she was sidelined by injury. During her absence, viewership on certain networks dropped by as much as 40%, a sharp decline that highlighted how much her presence drives ratings and revenue. That 5-game stretch without her made it clear. Her availability isn't just a storyline, it's a key factor in the WNBA's momentum. For executives, sponsors, and broadcasters, it underscores both the opportunity and the challenge of building a league around a transcendent star. Nike CEO Elliott Hill has confirmed that Clark's signature shoe is being developed alongside her logo, placing her among an elite group of athletes. This isn't just a commercial move. It's a statement that female athletes deserve the same premium treatment traditionally reserved for male superstars. The $28 million, 8-year deal Nike signed with Clark is already looking like an incredible investment. As one retail expert noted, Nike isn't relying on recouping the $28 million solely through shoe sales. The deal is about branding, association, and sharing in Clark's success. Yet with projected revenues potentially reaching $150 million from her signature shoe alone, that investment is already paying off. What we're seeing isn't just Nike capitalizing on a star, it's a fundamental shift in how women athletes are valued and marketed.
CC logo ready to go. I need t-shirts, hats, pants, shoes, socks. I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers, and I'm balling every time I come and talk to you. Yeah, I want it all, CC. I need all the CC merch. It's about time, Nike. Y'all have taken long enough. It should not have taken this long for you guys to get this stuff together. I don't know what the holdup was. Actually, I do believe I know what the holdup was. Y'all didn't want a bunch of people hating and mad and all that. I know. I'm ready for this merch to drop. Cannot wait. The Caitlin Clark merch is going to be absolutely fire. The sneakers are going to be off the hook.
Clark's logo launch is more than just a new design. It signals Nike's acknowledgement that female athletes can receive the same premium marketing treatment historically reserved for male superstars. The success of her partnerships with Nike creates a ripple effect across the entire women's basketball ecosystem. Her influence drives viewership, attendance, media attention, corporate investment, and cultural recognition, setting new benchmarks for the commercial potential of women's sports as premium entertainment. While some critics continue to complain that Clark receives too much attention, the market tells a much louder story. Her logo merchandise is poised to sell out instantly. Her signature shoe is expected to break records. And her ongoing partnership with Nike will generate hundreds of millions in revenue while establishing new standards for marketing women's sports. Nike has finally recognized what everyone else could see. They have the most marketable athlete in women's basketball, and they're now promoting her as the superstar she's always been. The logo reveal was their statement. We understand. This is our golden asset, and we're positioning her as the cultural icon she is. Caitlin Clark's Nike logo isn't just a piece of merchandise, it's a declaration. It signals that women's basketball has arrived as a premium entertainment product, that the era of treating female athletes as an afterthought is over, and that the Caitlin Clark era is only beginning.
But regardless about how anybody feels about it, the second these things drop, they are going to fly off the shelves. But one thing is for certain, at least it's not the revised Cracker Barrel logo that actually made the company's stock dip significantly upon its recent release. Shares actually fell 7% in the one day that it was released. And I know this is like completely off topic, but it's just something that I found so utterly fascinating. And if you aren't aware, the old Cracker Barrel logo actually featured Uncle Herschel, which was a man that was just leaning up against a barrel with a tagline underneath that said Old Country Store. The company actually came out and apologized, saying that they could do better.
The logo is sleek, the marketing is high-end, and the financial potential is enormous. Nike has struck gold with Caitlin Clark, and they're ready to maximize every bit of that value. When her signature shoe launches in 2026, the same critics who complained about her logo will have no choice but to acknowledge the numbers. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, powerful, and creating enormous wealth for Nike and everyone connected to women's basketball. The logo was just the opening act. The signature shoe will be the main event, and her long-term partnership with Nike is set to redefine what's possible when you fully invest in a transcendent female athlete. Nike sales are already soaring, and the trajectory only points upward. Clark's logo was the spark that ignited the fuse. Her signature shoe will be the explosion that reshapes the entire industry. The revolution isn't on its way, it's already underway.